We're back again with another review for you, and you are listening to Manushi and Mira. And here we are again with another review of a movie that is streaming on Hulu for you and Disney Plus Hotstar for the rest of the world. And this movie is called Gulmohar, and what a stellar cast! There is it's the actually the web debut of veteran actor Sharmila Tagore. There is Manoj Bajpayee. There is Suraj Sharma from Life of Pi. Remember him? There is Shanti. There is Jatin Goswami. There is, oh my God, what an ensemble cast. And of course, the amazing Simran. We watched her in a couple movies before this. So it is just a wonderful, and then of course the inimitable Talat Aziz in a role as well. So I thought with the entire movie, the cast was stunning, the story was touching, the music actually was quite hummable. But Manushi here has a entire review for you for this one. Manushi, take over.
Hi. So I feel Gulmohar is a very family-oriented movie which focuses on the lives of these Batras, the famous Batras who live in this house called Gulmohar. It is named after the tree. It is named after the tree Gulmohar, and it revolves around how, as a family, you stay connected together under one roof. So, ironically, this family is not very oriented when it comes to staying together because, of course, the story revolves around the lives of these people who have different anticipations and who think differently in life. अभी यहाँ पे शर्मिला टैगोर जी जो कुसुम प्ले करती हैं उनके लिए this movie begins with a scene where they are going to move out of this house, and they all decide to celebrate one last festival, Holi, in this house before they move out. And everybody wants to head out to different paths and ways in life. Uh, it's like the eldest son. He wants to. He has a gaming develop. He has a app that he's developing, and he needs an investor, but he has a tussle with his father and उसको अपने पापा से पैसे नहीं लेने. The age old famous बाप बेटे की tussle and all those things which always come up in movies and series and wherever we see, because obviously एक तो ट्रेंड बन चुका है ना कि कुछ तो ड्रामा चाहिए. अगर सब कुछ सीधा सीधा हो गया तो हम साथ साथ है पार्ट 2023 बन जाएगा ना फिर तो. So obviously, the baap beta tussle, because which the eldest son does not want to take money, and the daughter here is struggling to make a career as a lyricist. Plus the whole anticipation that how a woman should be like, like you are supposed to dress up in a certain way, you are supposed to behave in a certain way. Why are women conditioned to do certain things? And I think there's a very beautiful scene between Kusum and the granddaughter Amu, where they talk about, what is meant to be is meant to be. I think that's the beautiful part of the movie that I would like to highlight. They sit and talk about old times when things were not acceptable in the society, जहाँ पे छोटी छोटी बातों को लेके औरतों को जज किया जाता था, एंड आज भी करती हैं. बट आज थोड़ा सा ज्यादा मॉडर्न हो चुके हैं हम लोग, एंड आज वी आर रेडी टू एक्सेप्ट सर्टन थिंग्स. We are ready to accept certain terminologies and feminism till some extent, and they narrate of how things were different then and how things are different now. And no matter what happens in life, it's always about destiny. This movie actually revolves a lot around the ploy of destiny, कि अगर डेस्टिनी में कुछ लिखा है तो वो हो जाता है, फिर चाहे हमारी मर्जी हो या नहीं हो, बिकॉज डेस्टिनी के आगे और कुछ नहीं चलता. And it's about the सास बहू का गिट पिट that always goes on. कि हमेशा एक जो आदमी होता है घर का वो फंस जाता है between the mother and the wife, and यहाँ पे वो सैंडविच होता रहता है. And the protagonist here he just is actually so torn between his wife and his mother. And Sharmila Tagore, the veteran actress, delivered so she's delivered herself so powerfully that it doesn't seem like she was away from the cinema for so long. I mean, do you really think that too, Mira, that she was so good in the movie?
She was so natural. I felt as if she was my grandmom, and she was literally, it's so funny because even in our family, sometimes my mom would say, "Yeah, your grandmother is going to react like this too," because they live with each other, they know each other so well after a while. So the Simran's character completely knows how things will pan out, and she loves them. She's the glue that holds the family together. Yet she's irritated because everything falls on her head ultimately, and everybody does what they want to do. But I think the overreaching theme of the movie, which I absolutely loved, was, even though they're leaving the house, but what the grandmother had done for the family was superb, because what she did, she gave them values, she gave them wings. She did not ask them to be together because they have their own lives. Uh, but she gave them the freedom to fly, but still be connected with each other. And that led to Gulmohar being the theme, saying that, which meant that the house doesn't define you being together. What really defines a family being together is that your hearts are together, that
Your
you
heart.
fundamentally have respect for each other, you respect each other's lives, you respect each other's choices, but still as a whole come together when the family needs it. And I think that
Oh,
is what ultimately happened to them as well, without giving any spoilers away, of course. So I thought there were these Amol Palekar, my God, I felt like eating the guy because his character had shades of gray, and it reminded me of so many uncles in a family, right? Who have very, very strong opinions, and they don't leave their opinions irrespective of any logic hitting them. He was one of those uncles. And then
yeah.
of course the entire family dynamics, and how the mother protects her whole family, how the grandmother protects her family, how she really uh, how she really guides her grandchildren as well, right?
Yeah. There are two mothers over here who actually knit the family together in a wholesome bunch. Because there's one mother who gives the wings to their grandchildren and children to do what they want. Because आजकल ऐसा समझा जाता है कि अगर बच्चे माँ बाप से दूर रहना चाहते हैं, that means कि they don't respect them, and that they don't want to tolerate them in their lives. But I think अगर एक individual अपने हिसाब से रहना चाहता है या चाहती है विद देयर पार्टनर, तो उसमें कुछ गलत नहीं होना चाहिए. बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली अगर पास रह के झगड़े होते हैं, एंड इफ यू कैन स्टे सेपरेटली एंड स्टिल लव ईच अदर एट the same with the same fervor, then what is wrong with that? And the family bonding should not happen just under one roof. फैमिली सिर्फ उसे थोड़ी कहते हैं जो एक छत के नीचे रहते हैं. फैमिली इज एवरीबडी जिनसे हम दिल से कनेक्टेड होते हैं. एंड आई थिंक द वे द शर्मिला टैगोर हैज एक्चुअली ऑलवेज डिलीवर्ड द डायलॉग्स एज कुसुम, कि फैमिली का ये मतलब नहीं होता कि हम एक दूसरे को बांध के रखें. उसका मतलब होता है कि हम एक दूसरे को आजाद करें खुले आसमान में, उनको उड़ने दे, ताकि कल अगर वो गिरते भी है तो हम उन्हें संभाले. उसी के तो फैमिली कहते हैं, So basically there's a very beautiful theme behind this, कि जैसे एक पेड़ की बहुत सारी जड़ें होती हैं, वैसे ही एक फैमिली के बहुत सारे अलग अलग लोग होते हैं. और जो पेड़ की जड़ होती है वो उनका प्यार होता है, जो उनको जड़ से कभी अलग नहीं होने देता. No matter how many differences you have, no matter how many different opinions you have, no matter how different you are from each other, but ultimately you are all connected by the bond of love. And I think this is what this movie tells us about in a very beautiful ploy of emotions with drama, satires, and all the funny elements needed for a good
Absolutely,
movie.
absolutely. What a beautiful movie it was. I really enjoyed watching it. But also, I think what really held the movie together was just these stellar actors. What are these? I mean, each one of them was so good. You feel as if you visited a family. You don't feel it's a set, right?
Yes. because the whole family drama के एक दूसरे भाई बहन झगड़ रहे हैं, बाप बेटा झगड़ रहे हैं, mom and वो सास और बहू झगड़ रहे हैं, and they are also actually enjoying a family time. And the best part, the opening scene where they all are chilling and having drinks together. I think such a cool way to bring up family fam jams, because बड़ों के सामने तो पिया नहीं जाता, and all that things that we are always used to hear कि बड़ों के सामने शराब नहीं पीते, सिगरेट नहीं पीते and all that. But अगर अपने family के साथ you can be that open, I think nothing is as cool as that.
Yeah, because the family accepted them the way they are and with their choices, and that was a really important underlying theme for the entire movie. But there is muted melodrama throughout the movie, and this beauty in the dialogue writing. There is the editing was, especially when the move starts happening, the editing was just amazing. The cinematography with the mirror breaking, and the
Amazing.
staircases, and how integrated the servants of the family are with
Exactly.
the family, which is a true thing, right? It
It-
happens.
yeah,
The servants' lives are intertwined with what's happening to you. It was really, really, really beautifully put together, and all the props to Hulu and Disney Plus Hotstar for putting this movie together. Absolutely, even the music was very hummable. I mean, that entire opening ghazal by Talat Aziz is just
oh, that was so
beautiful.
melodic. I was actually looking up for that song. I don't know
I
which
can't find
ghazal
it
was
either.
it.
Probably they
Even
will.
I can't find it. I don't know. I mean, I was actually humming that ghazal and I was like, oh my God, this is really beautiful. So I think Hulu should consider putting that ghazal out somewhere
Yeah, they
so
should
that all
consider
of us can
Hotstar
hum to
should
it.
consider putting the soundtrack of this movie out. And of course, this is Rahul V. Chitala's debut movie, and here he's arrived. We absolutely love the movie. Thumbs up. And if you want to watch it, find it on Hulu.